Good evening, grave robbers, and welcome back to the television graveyard. We are your TV and movie necromancers, Lara Crane and Noah Houlihan. We have come here tonight to examine the spirits of past television shows, to find out which ones could be resurrected, should be resurrected, and which ones should just stay doomed. This is a podcast in which we'll analyze the history, the hype, and the aftermath of shows that ran only one season, only one episode, or, well, Razzie Month.
Razzie Month!
With me, as always, is TV's Noah Houlihan.
We must protect our most precious resource, our data.
Welcome to War of the Worlds, gang.
Oh, man, what a film this is. So this is our first Razzie Month movie. I don't know how many Razzie Month movies we're actually going to get through before the Razzies happen. But this to me seemed like the front runner. So we started here to make sure that this one got covered. This is Ice Cube's this is Ice Cube's H.G. Wells's War of the Worlds.
So, do you want to kind of go into the format of the film before we start?
So, yes, we can start with this, because that is actually my first note here. William Radford, also known as Ice Cube, is using stock footage to keep Washington, D.C. safe. So, basically, what we are seeing is Ice Cube sits down at his desk and logs into his computer.
Which has his job title as his... I don't know about you, but every work I've ever had, I've definitely had my full name and job title as my desktop.
I mean, that was his password. Is he had to, get retina scanned and say his own name.
All right. Did you miss me? William Radford.
And basically, he sits down at this computer, and then we see him through the webcam as he's, checking security cameras and going through his email on his laptop screen. It's very similar to the film Searching.
Yes.
Which is, a missing persons mystery.
And they're
told
both
the same way.
They're both the children of Unfriended.
Yes.
A movie that takes place largely over Skype call.
Yes. This is because it was before Zoom. There's one thing I want to really explain here first, is all we are seeing is this guy's laptop.
Yeah.
That being said, the camera is insane. We're constantly panning and zooming, and it's not like we see the full screen the whole time.
No, it will go back and forth.
If he's typing something, it zooms in on the word and then tracks the words. It's almost nauseating how much the camera is moving for a film that will take place technically in a single room. That is what's happening. We see him checking emails. He talks to NASA.
We also immediately see him spying on a woman called Faith.
Yes.
And then Sandra from NASA calls.
Mm-hmm.
And she shows him some stock footage about a problem that's happening.
Yeah. He's take a look at this. Stock footage of, storms?
Yeah.
Because they're yeah, there's been lightning for no reason. That's kind of weird, but I don't have any information about it. We'll get back to you on it. It's what? There's weather phenomena in the entire world, and you're just kind of I don't have any leads yet.
And we also establish he is particularly spying on a young man and a young woman who we realize are his children.
Yes.
His more or less adult children. His son seems to be elder teens, college age, and his daughter is definitely a graduate student.
Yes. So there are two major things that we're going to learn about his children that I really need to point out, because we need to kind of open Pandora's box on this movie right away.
Okay.
His daughter that he is spying on is newly married, or are they engaged?
No, she's she's not even engaged. She's just in a relationship, and she's pregnant.
And she's pregnant. Okay. She is with Mark
Goodman.
Goodman. His last name is Goodman.
Did you ever watch the Powerpuff Girls?
Of course.
Do you remember when Sedusa tries to marry Professor Utonium and she's posing as I'm a good lady?
Hi, what's your name?
Miss Good Lady. Miss I'm a Good Lady.
Vaguely.
That's all I could think of with Mark Goodman. I was like, I'm a good lady.
Guess what Mark does for work?
He's clearly like a public service job. Like he's a doctor.
What this good man does.
He's a doctor, right?
No, he's
a nurse?
not. He's not a nurse.
I mean, this could be propaganda. Is it a police officer?
No, he's not a police
firefighter?
No, he's not
A soldier?
No, he's not a soldier.
Oh, well, what public service job could this man possibly have?
He's an Amazon driver. And I was like, really? This is what Mark Goodman's job is? Because, Amazon's super great. His son wants to play video games.
Yes.
And his dad doesn't get, that. So he, deletes one of his favorite video games.
Yeah.
And he's like, you don't understand. Video games are my job.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're right. I don't understand that.
And I first think oh, is he a Twitch streamer? And then I had when did Amazon buy Twitch?
Exactly. Exactly. And I was like, oh, this is an Amazon commercial disguised as a film.
So the next thing, the next 15 minutes, I don't need to go blow by blow. What we establish is he actively, creepily spies on his kids, including but not limited to hacking into his daughter's messaging app and messaging her baby daddy as her.
Yes!
And find out that they are having a baby shower for her, to which he has not been invited because his kids hate him.
Yes.
For the constant intrusions on the privacy.
He hacks into his daughter's refrigerator to spy on her. And I was like, oh, I get what this movie's going to be. Laura says it before I could. But basically, they're going to try to tell us that Ice Cube is right. That if it wasn't for him being able to access all these things and having this, constant spy network, that something bad would have happened. And it's good that Amazon has your data. That's where we're gonna go.
And we also see him open Facebook, and Facebook shows that the son knows about the shower, has totally been invited. He comments cool, so excited. And I have this note of, you would never have Facebook on an FBI computer.
The idea that he has his personal Facebook on this computer that's also monitoring the Lincoln Monument. He has access to every camera in the city. Why do you even need to look at your Facebook?
And by this point, Facebook has already been caught with their hands in the data cookie jar.
Yeah.
So he also has a voice message that's his last message from his wife.
Okay. So, a big part of this is that his wife has also passed away, the mother of his children.
Yes.
So it's really hard that being a single dad and stuff like that. And then he pulls up Messenger and messages her, I miss you.
Yeah.
And a little exclamation pops up to show that the message was not sent. And then you look above it and it says 1 year ago, I miss you. Above that, 2 years ago, I miss you. Above that, 3 years ago, I miss you. And then above that is a little audio file of her saying something just like, hey.
Remember to take out the trash today and be nice to the kids. I love you, baby.
What this is meant to show is Ice Cube is so heartbroken, misses his wife.
And could not do her last request because he is not nice to the kids.
He's not nice to his kids. But he's desperate to just like keep a piece of her. So he just listens to that little audio file so he has her voice. What I took from that is Ice Cube misses his wife exactly once a year.
Yeah, like on the anniversary of her death or on her birthday or whenever.
But, like, you could have so easily had, like, 100 messages that said, I miss you. Yeah. And it was just like, that's the thing he does when he's feeling weak or sad. Is he's like, oh, I wish you were here. But the fact that it's just like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it's like, nope. I hold my sadness for an entire year, and then I write 3 words.
Over Facebook.
Over Facebook.
You'd have her number, I'd think.
Yeah, see, this harkens back to me. There's a great little bit in Breaking Bad where Jesse is calling his deceased girlfriend. And she doesn't pick up, but her, like, answering machine is there. So he just keeps calling it repeatedly, just to hear her voice. But you can't do that on the computer screen.
Yeah.
So, like, Ice Cube will barely use a phone in this film.
Right.
Because everything has to be on the computer screen. We also have this other plot we need to talk about, which is the evil hacker known as the Disruptor. The Disruptor is a PNG of a guy in a hoodie that posts YouTube videos of him saying objectively correct things about problems that are happening.
I will be releasing classified documents proving the surveillance industrial complex is using their top secret Goliath program to collect our personal data to use against us.
Not on my watch.
Everywhere we go, everything we say, watch, read, and write is captured and evaluated to censor our awareness of the truth.
He's definitely supposed to be like an anonymous type.
But he's posted on YouTube. Like, you have to kind of please the algorithm of YouTube to get your videos to go anywhere. And to do that, you need to give them who you are. Like, this is clearly written by someone who's never heard of, like, the deep web or Tor.
This was not written by people who have a lot of technology knowledge.
Yeah, it reminds me of, like, the movies about the internet that came out in, like, the 90s before anyone really knew what the internet was. Like, this is very much like Granddad's idea of how the internet works. Which then leads to, like, he's trying to figure out who this Disruptor guy is. And he's like, oh, I found a way in. I'm getting an IP address. Yeah, gotcha. And then he pulls out the easy button from Staples and then presses it and goes, that was easy.
You are officially banned. Bam! That was easy.
It's...
First off, how old is that reference?
Old, because I feel like that was around when I was a child.
Yeah. Secondly, does Amazon own Staples?
I don't think so.
Because it seems very odd for this Amazon film to be promoting Staples, which would be a competitor to them.
The That Was Easy button started to be sold in 2005.
2005, so 20 years ago.
Yes. This is such a hard movie to do the blow by blow because I feel like simultaneously a million things are happening and nothing happens.
Well, because here's the thing that we're going to get into. We'll get into it a little bit deeper. That there's a major problem with this film that we'll get into once aliens show up. But everything is happening so fast. I think we're going to rocket through this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is just like, hey, look at this footage. Okay, moving on. It almost reminds me of, and I apologize for even invoking this film's name, but it kind of reminds me of Absolute Proof, the terrible My Pillow guy movie that was a Razzie nomination. We didn't cover it on the show, but I always watch all the Razzie movies, so I watched it. And it's just the dude talking. And then they'll cut to footage, like stock footage of something. Because they'll say something like, oh, you know, the voting machines were connected to the internet. And then they would just show, like, B-roll of modems.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just need more visual stuff to make this a movie. So that's what's happening in this film. He thinks he catches the disruptor, but it's just a decoy. And, like, he thinks this is going to be the worst part of his day. And then all of a sudden, there are explosions in the sky.
Yep. And so he immediately starts calling his kids. Mm-hmm. They don't pick up. And he sees that Faith, his daughter's lab, is trashed from some of the fallout.
Yes.
That's when he hacks into her fridge, by the way. Because we see him go all over her house. And I was like, he has cameras all over her house. That's disgusting.
I think he does it multiple times. Because I have it earlier in my notes.
Because this is definitely a consent issue. And I'm like, okay, if your daughter doesn't live with you and you have cameras all over her home.
I mean, the whole thing is a consent issue. Like, the idea is that Ice Cube is Batman in that one scene where he turns all the cell phones into echolocation. Except he has access to every camera that is connected to the internet. Like, it's not just a consent issue because he's bothering his daughter. He can do that with every camera in the world. He can, or at least the country. Let's not get hyperbolic. But he can spy on your grandma if you wanted to.
What I'm saying is there are not cameras in my living room for him to hack into. Which means he has probably placed cameras in his daughter's home.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Like, he has cameras in her living room. I got nanny cam vibes.
Oh, so you think she doesn't know that they're there?
Because if she hates being observed this much, she would take those nanny cams and smash them with a hammer.
Okay, I kind of just took it that, like, these are the cameras that are naturally in her home. Because, like, they were pushing the device you can buy on Amazon, which is a smart fridge, which has a camera in it. Because when it sees that you're low on milk, it will auto buy you milk. That's just a real product that exists. And I'm assuming she has one, and he's just hacking into it. That was my take.
I mean, personally...
Both are bad.
We see her living room, which makes me think he has put cameras in her home. And you can make the argument that in public, you don't have a full right to privacy in a public place. You really cannot make that argument for someone's home.
Right.
Additionally, if I knew that someone was spying on me, I would not be buying a Wi-Fi fridge.
Yeah, maybe.
I would be reducing the amount of cameras in my home as much as possible. Like, there is an old joke about IT people. Of, like, someone who kind of likes computers has all the smart things. Mm-hmm. Someone who's really into computers has a printer from 2004 with a loaded gun next to it in case the printer, gets too big for its britches.
Makes a noise he doesn't like.
And I feel like if I knew a parent was using technology to spy on me, a grown adult who does not live with them, my only thought is, it's not really established where she lives. the son, we established, lives with his father.
Yes.
I don't know if she still lives with her parents, or with her father, rather, or if she is living out of the home. She's a grad student in 2020. It could really go either way.
Yeah.
So, if it's his home, it's less of a consent issue, because he is allowed to do as he likes in his home. But it was gross.
There's also this moment I just want to bring up because it irked me because it was such a weird thing to do. He's like freaking out because every time he like checks a camera, it explodes.
Yeah.
Because everything's being under attack. And he's like, whoa, and like he feels the ground shake. They do that weird, like, this is an emergency zoom thing. Mm-hmm. Where like the background moves in his face, you know. A thing that a webcam could never do. And then he's like, what is happening? So he goes to Google and he pulls up the news and you watch him scroll past CNN and ABC to get to Fox News. And I was like, oh, this is going to be your choice right now? Fine. And then he watches some Fox News of the guys being like, yeah, there's explosions everywhere. Things are bad. So we are, and we, I mean Earth, is under attack by aliens.
I need that guy from History Channel. Aliens! He then interferes, he like hacks into the sound system in Mark's Amazon van to send Mark to Faith's lab. Faith is pregnant, by the way. I don't know if I established that.
We established that.
Okay. So he wants to make sure Mark gets to Faith, and Mark just responds with, on my way. And, like, Mark is a genuinely likable dude. You kind of get the idea that he's, like, the golden retriever boyfriend to this high-achieving...
It's good, man.
Yeah, like this high-achieving woman who's doing... I think they do cement she's a grad student, but she's doing high-level cancer research, ostensibly on the cancer that killed her mother.
Yes.
Even though, like, that last message that he listens to sounds awfully like she died suddenly.
Yeah, it's very
really
confusing.
banal.
But she has some sort of, like, I think they call it, like, the cannibal code or something.
Yes.
It's something that will, like, eat cancer cells. So she's very important to live. We see her, like, running around outside. And then we see one of these aliens, which are these big mechanical, kind of spider-like things.
Yeah, they call them the tripods.
Yeah, they have like 3 legs, and they're real shiny. And one of them looks down at Faith and is like, ooh, you're the protagonist. I'm gonna step real close to you.
But not on you.
But not on you. And she's like, oh my god, what is that? So, this is where I think we need to bring the thing up. Okay? We, throughout all of this, are going to cut to, repeatedly, scenes of destruction with the aliens. The aliens just like destroying things, blowing things up, fire, destruction, all that thing. But this movie didn't shoot anything like that. The movie took actual footage of explosions and then CGI'd in the aliens.
I've seen that. I've also seen that it was all CGI. Like, anything with aliens is entirely CGI.
There are definitely some scenes where I can tell that's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen both. There may have been the, oh, well, it was all CGI excuse when they got called out.
Well, here's why I disagree with the it's all CGI argument. There are a lot of shots of the military coming to, like, fight the aliens. Whenever there's a soldier that turns to the camera, a weird, like, glitch effect happens over the video. trying to, like, get this idea across of, like, oh, the camera's shaking, oh, the footage is not great, oh, the internet, oh, it's so chaotic. But it's every time you would have seen a soldier's face. And that, to me, would hint that that's a real person that they didn't get permission to be in the film.
So, one of the effects houses says they did recreate some incidences because they didn't feel right using the stock footage. Because it's stock footage of real horrible things happening.
Yeah.
And this is from IMDb, so it's not the most reliable. But I have seen, essentially, I've seen so many things either way about it. But there are a number of real events that either this is footage is taken from, or this footage is essentially recreated from.
Yeah, that's still uncool. Like, if you're like, okay, so we have this this footage of a military drone bombing. Put aliens in that. That's awful. To turn around and just be like, okay, no. I'm not going to just put aliens in that. I'm going to use CGI to recreate that exact footage and then put aliens in it. Isn't a whole lot better. So yeah, this is like madness. And I think my guess here is, have you ever seen District 9?
I have not, actually.
I love District 9. I think District 10 is actually supposed to be coming out, but it's been supposed to be coming out for like a decade now. But there is this scene in it where they're interviewing people talking about the aliens. And they say things like, they're horrible, they're a menace, they kill you and they steal your shoes. That's a real interview with someone talking about, like, a certain group of people. I don't want to get the information wrong, which is why I'm phrasing it that way. But basically, they're making a racist statement. And they are recontextualizing that footage to make it about the aliens. Which sounds a bit wrong, but District 9 is a film about racism. So it's to make the point about racism. This isn't a film that really has anything to say other than, man, Amazon is great.
So, I do want to say, another piece about the making of this is, we talked about Searching and Unfriended.
Yes.
They all have the same producer.
Oh, Get Out, really?
It's the same producer.
That doesn't surprise me.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Then, this is my favorite scene in the movie happens.
I want to establish, I don't even know where we are at this point. We get Disney, what's a TV tropes would call a Disney death for pretty much all of the characters at one point or another.
Yes. The woman from NASA. Both kids, yeah.
So, we get a Disney death for the son.
Yes.
We get a Disney death where his son's outside running, and then he can't reach his son, and then sees the dot of his son's phone moving, and he's relieved. All right, next time.
This is my favorite moment. Something happens to Faith. There's a big explosion. She breaks her leg.
Yeah.
Ice Cube then goes, "Don't worry, baby. Daddy's coming. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you." He grabs his phone and starts running down the stairwells of this building. And we see it on, like, security camera. Him running down this building. He then explodes through a door and ends up in an office almost identical to the one he started in. And jumps on the computer and he's like, "All right, baby, I got you." I was like, what? What was any of that? Hey, Editor Noah here. I was very excited to play the clip of Ice Cube running around a building and then ending up in the exact same room. I misunderstood this scene, and I didn't realize it until I went looking for the clip. What is actually happening in this scene is he is trying to leave to get to his daughter to realize that the building is in lockdown and he can't leave. So he returns to his desk. It was much funnier in my mind when he just ran to a different desk because reasons. But that is not what's happening here. Sorry for the confusion. I just wanted to be clear. Back to the show.
I did see that the character was originally written to be a wheelchair user. Which,
Okay.
stay with me,
I'm trying.
actually would help some of the characters' motivations of they're doing all of this because they feel like they're having a more difficult time being engaged and being able to protect.
Yes.
Because there are things that they have physical limitations with.
Yeah, so there's a feeling of a lack of power and things like that.
But the director liked Ice Cube throwing a chair and was like, you know what? Meh. Now he's able-bodied.
Okay.
And then he hijacks a Tesla for her.
Yes. And forces it to drive to a hospital.
Well, and then, like, while she's in the car, he starts, like, making everything about him. She is injured and bleeding and frightened. Mm-hmm. And
Let's talk about the show.
And she says, like, do you think we have to do this now?
Hey, I don't blame you for not wanting me at your shower.
Now? We have to do this now?
No.
You don't have any power. None. You gotta let go.
And then they argue, and she goes, you have no power.
Yes.
And I was like, for some reason, Ice Cube's character is the security. We do not see another person in his job.
No.
Ever.
There's no one else in this building.
Yeah, like, it doesn't seem like there's anybody else in Homeland Security through the entire building. Which seems unlikely. It's a big government building. I feel like you'd have at least a handful of people working there. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not saying, like, it's a lot of people, but, like, they could have maybe said it was, like, a holiday to justify fewer people being there.
Yeah, but he's so obsessed with work that, something like that would be good.
Which would have also helped to, like, chip away at the relationship with him and his kids.
Yeah, you work too hard, all that stuff.
And we get a ton of stuff. He also constantly Googles poorly.
Yeah, he kind of Googles like an old man.
Yeah, like, he doesn't have what millennials would call Google foo.
Yeah. It's not so bad that he's, like, asking Google questions, but he's not great at Googling.
So he'll Google things like live military options.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
So through this, Dave, who is William Radford's son, is trying to reach him and trying to warn him about the same data program, the same surveillance program, Goliath, that the Disruptor was talking about.
Yeah.
And William Radford dismisses it kind of in the vein of, you're watching this stupid guy on YouTube.
Yes. Basically, the idea of there being something called Goliath is treated the same way you would if someone said the Earth was flat. It was just kind of like, oh, this is just conspiracy. Pshaw. And this is also great. He gets pulled into a work meeting over Zoom, which everybody loves. But at the same time, he's trying to write an email to his daughter about how parenting is hard. And just like, the world is exploding. And it's literally his job to help fix this. And he's trying to write this email, and he keeps getting pop-ups that's like, the president's waiting for you.
Oh, yeah.
We're all in the meeting.
He keeps getting called into Zoom meetings that he's doing personal things at work.
Yeah.
And not going into a meeting with the literal president.
Mm-hmm.
Who, we learned nothing about the president. The president could be played by a cardboard standee.
Yeah.
Like, we pretty much never hear him speak. We just see him.
He gets the big line, though.
This plan is humanity's last chance. I see no other option to initiate this war of the worlds to save us all.
Yeah, he doesn't do much.
He doesn't do much. But they discuss, like, oh, what are these options we have? It's the people on this Zoom call are Ice Cube, the president, the girl from NASA, and Coulson from the Avengers.
Who is the Secretary of Homeland Security.
Yeah, but it's legitimately the actor who played Coulson from the Avengers.
Yes, it's, what is it? Clark Gregg. It turns out he has put Goliath is real, and he has made Goliath live.
Yes, Goliath is a giant data center that collects information on everyone.
Yeah.
It's just like this horrible machine that has
all this information about what's in your Amazon cart. That's always what they say.
We're spying on people to know what's in their Amazon cart. They say that so often that I was wondering if there was something that happened where the government was trying to get the data that Amazon had collected on us. And was trying to explain, like, no, we should keep that data. You shouldn't have it. We'll keep it safe. Because that's what the idea of the movie felt like. So they decide that they are going to basically attempt a military strike on all of these tripods. And the president says, it looks like we'll have to execute this War of the Worlds. It's like, the title drop feels good. We get a nice war montage. And then it turns out...
Oh, and Briggs, after Briggs is confronted, Coulson, he cuts off Radford's access to everything temporarily.
Oh, I don't know if we're up to that yet.
That's what I have. That's where. Oh, maybe I don't know.
Here, let me get this part out because I know that this is important. Okay.
This movie is bewildering because simultaneously nothing and a million things are happening at the same time.
Yes. They all try to attack the tripods, but then it turns out that what they were trying to do was the aliens are trying to do was to distract us so that they could get to data centers.
Yeah.
And they're going to the data centers and they are like releasing these like bug things.
Like nanobots.
Into the computers because they want to drain them of the data. And they're like, what? It's like, no. We need to drain them from they like feed on it or like that's their food. And Earth is a buffet, is what they say. And they basically say, oh no, what are we going to do? They actually say these words.
We are in utter chaos without our most precious resource, our data.
So the idea of the film is the aliens are here to eat our information, to eat our data. The thing is, when you steal data, you don't need to delete it off the thing that you got it off of.
Yeah.
Like when I download something from the internet, it's not like it's no longer on the internet. That's not what happened here. Will finds out that they're taking away that they're eating the data, runs to Facebook and watches his wife Paige like slowly start to delete because they're draining the data, which is not how anything works. I know they're aliens, but that's not how data works.
Yeah, like I have an external hard drive for pictures and important documents. So when I put a picture on my external hard drive, if I'm copying and pasting it, I have just created more data.
Yes, exactly.
Like they could literally just, go into one dedicated, torrent her and just eat good in the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Everything's going to hell, and he's basically sitting there like, wow, now what do I do? I don't have the internet anymore because Dad is gone. The thing that gave me my power is gone. And then he notices that there's a live stream that's still up. It's the Disruptor. Disruptor's basically like, I told you this would happen. They knew that this would happen. This is, what they knew that this could happen, but they made Goliath anyway, all this stuff. He then's like, hey, wait a minute. Goes through like a voice changer app with the Disruptor and realizes that the Disruptor's his son.
Yeah, which, if you were watching the movie, you figured out 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, because he's the only other character. And Dave's like, you ready to listen now? I'm the Disruptor. I'm sending you the Goliath file. So he sends a file explaining that the government knew that if they were to create Goliath, that aliens that they knew existed would want to come down and eat it.
Yeah.
So that's the reason we shouldn't do it. Not the fact that it's a great breach of privacy, not that it's morally irreprehensible, but because the aliens they knew were real would come and destroy Earth. And they show a panel of like war people agreeing to do it. It's like 20 people, 19 of them are blurred out, and one of them's Coulson looking smug as hell.
Yeah.
I was like, you couldn't get some extras?
So Radford's like, I'll put together a team, and Dave, Disruptor, goes, no, I'll call people, everyone you know sucks.
Yes.
And then, in exchange, Radford somehow gets back into everything.
He's not unplugged yet. I'm going to get to that.
I have him as being unplugged like 15 minutes ago.
Because
he confronts Briggs, who cuts him off.
Yes. Here's the thing about the cutoff thing. That because he has to get the information that he's evil first before he gets cut off. So that's why the stuff with the Disruptor and Dave happens first. The scene where he's talking to Coulson. He's like found out that Coulson is evil. And they're talking on FaceTime. Coulson is full just admitting I'm evil on camera. Going, so you figured it out, huh? I am the only one that knows where Goliath is. It's protected. It's deep underground where they'll never reach it. I'm saving the world, and you're cut off. And then they hit a button and it cuts to a black screen. That is the game over screen from Night Trap.
DHS building is a goddamn bunker. Goliath is 40 feet underground. There's no way they can get to it. I made sure of it. Well then, thank you for your service, Radford. You're dismissed.
Stop this.
But from what I've just seen, the place is being overrun. You've missed way too many of those suckers. Now, until you figure out how to do your job and do it right, you're dismissed. Breaking contact.
And then he joins the Disruptors. Because then the Disruptors pull him back into the system.
Right.
But this movie's stupid, and nothing happens for long swaths of time. So you think all of these things happen very quickly? That happens right in the smack of the dab of the middle of the things we're talking about.
Yeah.
So by the time he rejoins everyone, not only that, but his daughter, who had something impaled in her leg and is a scientist in the medical field, pulls the thing out of her leg out and starts bleeding copiously.
Yes.
And he has to guide Mark Goodman through helping her not bleed out, despite the fact that as someone who is an advanced scientist, I'm not an advanced scientist, and I know you don't pull the thing out.
Yeah. She works in a lab.
Yeah, I hate this movie.
So, because he's been cut off, he now has to go to the team of the Disruptors, who all are he's in this group chat. They all have the same kind of PNG to block them up. But their names are Thelma and Louise. And they're all strong women.
Yeah.
Are the names of the Disruptors. And together, they are going to get rid of these aliens by writing a virus to put into the data that will kill them.
I think I've seen this film before. And Will Smith was in the ending. With apologies to Taylor Swift.
Will Smith? Was Will Smith in War of the Worlds?
No, but...
Oh, you're referencing
Independence Day.
Yes, it is exactly Independence Day. But this is also in War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. The aliens come down and then they kill everybody and then they all just die due to a virus.
Yeah, but they died due to a...
Due to a natural virus.
Yeah, like a biological virus.
Yeah. So this is their way of justifying that this film is called War of the Worlds. Is that they are going to try to kill it with a virus.
Really, it feels like a very bad Independence Day remake.
The Disruptors also are like, I got all the information. I'm going to post this on YouTube so that the world sees it. The world doesn't have internet.
Power grids are collapsing in mass numbers. The world is going dark as we speak.
Yes.
Everything's down.
Yes.
That's a major plot point.
Sure is.
The Disruptors are doing great, trying to create this code. And then all of a sudden they start screaming, we're being hacked. Oh no, it's the aliens. And the aliens somehow change the PNG that they're using as their their icon to their webcam footage.
Yeah.
Like they turn their webcam footage on. And then we just watch these hackers get killed by the aliens.
Including Radford's son.
Yes, they all die. That being said, none of these hackers had the idea to put tape over their webcam.
Right?
They're hackers. None of them were like, I should probably just put a Band-Aid here, though. Just in case, People might want to get into my computer. I'm a terrorist hacker. So the Disruptors are dead for all of 3 minutes before Dave calls his dad. And he's like, oh, I'm fine. I'm at my buddy's house. And he takes down a green screen that's behind him showing his dad's house.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, see, I'm actually here. I'm smarter than this. I rerouted my signal through things.
And then Radford, who 2 seconds ago was grateful his son was alive, freaks out about the fact that his house has gotten messed up.
Wait, but my house actually exploded.
God, man. I thought you got hurt. I thought you was in the house. They blew up my house, man.
Dad, let's
Why
focus.
couldn't you run that signal through Brian's house so they can blow his shit up?
Look, Dad,
huh?
we got a lot of work to do.
I don't have alien invasion insurance.
Which, I will say, he has a point. His son is a elite hacker that the government is trying to take down. Why would you pretend to be at your actual house?
And also, your dad is a DHS person. That would ruin your dad's career / life.
And it's also spectacular that the Disruptor was a team of 7, and he's the only one that had this idea. The rest of them get murdered by aliens.
And wouldn't have told his peers that he was doing this. Oh my god, we still have a page. I still have a page of notes, and I hate this movie already so much. He's gonna die or something. He breaks into the Zoom. He writes an email to apologize to his kids and say he loves them, but he needs a thumb drive.
Yes.
Because now, instead of the virus, because that didn't work because they killed all the guys, they are now going to get this, cannibal code.
Yes.
That the daughter was writing.
Yeah, the cannibal code that eats cancer.
Yes.
They're going to use that as a computer. They're now going to kill the aliens with a vaccine, which feels weird. Feels weird as a message. But they can't send it through the internet. So they have to get a thumb drive of it to Ice Cube. But, her leg's broken. And she's still just bleeding there. Mark Goodman's there, though. Don't worry. Mark Goodman is there to make sure things are okay. But how are we going to get this thumb drive to Ice Cube?
Because they're in DHS. They wouldn't have any thumb drives.
They wouldn't have any thumb drives.
In the entire building. And also, in a building where you're accessing Facebook from your work computer.
Forgetting every single massive plot hole here. The way that they're going to do this is Mark Goodman, because he's an Amazon driver, breaks out the delivery drone.
Yep.
Faith can load it here and I can get it to you.
How?
Prime Air. Oh, it's the future of delivery. They've been training us for months. I need you to place an official order on Amazon to activate the drone.
Nuts.
Gives the drone the thumb drive and is flying through the streets of DC around aliens. But because he's a good man who works at Amazon, he can fly a drone into a government building. This is amazing. And we also get like a scene of him like having to run to where Goliath is, because it turns out it's under the building he's in.
Yep.
He grabs the drone, gets the thumb drive, is running around where all these tentacles are from the aliens. He gets a DMX move, bitch, get out the way in.
Yeah.
Move, bitch! Get out the way!
And then he runs through some sort of, like, hallway of tentacles and servers and finds where to plug the thumb drive. Gets the USB in on the first try, which everyone knows it takes at least 3 tries to get a thumb drive in. Because you got to try, and then you realize it was upside down, and then you realize, no, you were right the first time. That's how that works. And that kills every alien.
Yep. I have a note of everything. We have a lot of tech available through the climax of this movie for everything being down.
Oh, yeah. Coulson's arrested for the Goliath thing and for causing an alien invasion. And Ice Cube gets to go to the shower.
Yeah. The email comes through, and when he sends this email to his kids about being a parent being hard and that he went too far, he includes photos. And I assumed these were going to be heartwarming family photos.
Mm.
No. They're creep shots of his kids when he was watching them.
Yeah, he was like, hey, I was able to get this through a traffic camera.
So...
The end of the film is the president offering Will a job because he's a hero.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's time for me to keep tabs on you.
And instead of having it be his like job title, his new background now just says, let's disrupt shit.
Yes, because they're disruptors.
And then we see like a montage of photos from the baby shower that are so clearly photoshopped because these actors were never in the same zip code. Because this was filmed during the peak of COVID.
Right.
This was filmed in 2020 and took years and years of post-production because they needed all of these shots with the aliens. Mm-hmm. But the main production with actors was 2 weeks in like summer 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, this movie was terrible.
This movie was bad. This movie was real bad.
You had a very good time watching it. I did not.
This, if I could make a comparison, this was the exact opposite experience we had with Jupiter Ascending. When we watched Jupiter Ascending, Laura had a blast.
I love dogs.
And I was irrationally angry watching Jupe Jupe Rising, as it's been come to be known in this home. And I honestly can't tell you why I hated it so much. Because Jupiter Ascending is a really, like, epitome of a Razzie film. This, to me, is exactly what I want when I watch a Razzie film. This is a film where every choice is clearly the incorrect one. And they are committing to it so hard. I mean, I don't know if we want to jump right into ranking time. I don't know if you have more to say here.
No, I really, like, you compared this to Jupiter Ascending. I had a lot of fun during Jupiter Ascending, and I never figured out why you hated that movie so much. I hated War of the Worlds from the word go, because I hated the fact that our hero was irredeemably terrible from the word go. Mm. And, like, he sort of redeems himself, supposedly, ish. I guess.
See, to me, the first, 5 minutes of this, or the first 5 to 50 minutes, because time was very hard to keep track of in watching this, reminded me of a horror movie. Where in a horror movie, you spend, this is another, TV trope thing.
20 minutes with jerks?
20 minutes with assholes, so that when they get stabbed, it's funny, rather than being like, oh no, he was so nice and gave to children. It's like, no, that's the jerk that, cut people off and stole gasoline or whatever. I don't know where that came from. I was moments into this and I was like, oh, okay, if they all die, that's great. And then I was just on board. Don't get me wrong. This movie's not good. For me, it is a stay doomed.
For me, it's a hard stay doomed. I wish I had not had to watch this movie.
But when we get to our 10 to negative 10 scale, where 10 is a brilliant film like The Godfather, 0 is a worthless film that has no value, and a negative 10 is The Room, where it's just this is so crazy, it's you gotta see how bad it is. I'd put this at a negative 8.
I'd put this at a negative 2.
A negative 2, okay.
There were parts of it that I did find fun. For me, a pure 0 is Pinocchio.
Pinocchio's pretty close to
Robert Zemeckis' Pinocchio.
Yeah, why?
This, I didn't enjoy this, and I did not have fun with this the way you did.
I think the other thing that clicked was when I realized I was just watching an Amazon commercial. And I understand the idea of I'm sitting down to watch a film and you're presenting a commercial to me. That's infuriating. But I was sitting down to watch a Razzie movie and then found out, oh, it's also just an Amazon commercial. Every time they were you just want to spy on people and know what's in their Amazon cart.
You risked all of our lives just to spy on people's Amazon carts.
It just kept getting funnier to me.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't enjoy this. One of my least favorite things in largely 21st century film is when a movie just devolves into incomprehensible noise.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that I can love 85% of a Marvel movie. I complained about this with WandaVision. I love WandaVision right up to the finale, when it turns into incomprehensible CGI noise.
Mm-hmm.
This movie spends a lot of time being incomprehensible CGI noise. There's whole characters we barely mentioned in this.
Because they don't matter.
He has a NASA friend and an FBI friend.
I don't even remember FBI friend.
Yeah,
I thought FBI friend was Coulson.
No, he has 2 female friends he talks to. NASA friend and FBI friend. One of them has a fake death. I don't remember which because they're not important.
I think they both did.
You're probably right. But I just didn't care about this movie. I found this movie incomprehensible in a lot of places where I'm what is even happening? This is stupid. There's plot holes I can drive a truck through, and I didn't enjoy it the way I am capable of enjoying a Razzie movie.
Yeah.
this was not in a Madam Web place, where there were pieces of the movie I enjoyed without irony, and then pieces of the movie I enjoyed with irony.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this movie desperately needed Dakota Johnson hitting an alien with her car.
Oh, God, if that just was a scene, that would be incredible. I think a big element of this that particularly tickles me is every year I make a horror short. And my mission statement when I make my horror short is, how much can I do with nothing? Like, the rules that I personally inflict on myself are, I have to do everything myself. Like, I'm the only actor, I'm the only writer, I do all of the effects, I find the music, I don't make the music, all that stuff. I did one of these that takes place entirely on a computer screen. I did
Installing Alan.
Installing Alan. And to just sit there and be like, I did this exact medium alone in my office over a weekend, and it's better than this? Tickles me a little bit. So, like, it just felt like Ice Cube had entered my space and then fell on his face in front of me. And for the record, I do like Ice Cube. I think Ice Cube's very funny. I like the 21 Jump Street movies and everything. But this movie is spectacularly bad. I personally think that if you got some friends together to make fun of it, you'd have a good time with this one. And I also feel like it captures the spirit of what I think of when I think of the Razzies. Like, I hate when something that's not a movie wins. I also feel bad when a first-time director gets nominated. Like, remember when we watched Good Morning?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, this is bad, but Mod Sun's never made a movie before. And for a first try, it's not bad. But, like, the person who made this has made this movie several times. And this is horrible. And that is worth laughing at, in my opinion. So, yeah, it's a Stay Doomed, but it's a -8 from me.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of, like, a Joker movie, this is with Borderlands for me. Like,
okay.
This isn't a Borderlands level for me personally.
It's not enjoyable.
Like, I enjoyed Joker Folie à Deux more than I enjoyed this movie, because I could at least find things to be fun mad at in Folie à Deux.
Mm-hmm.
This, I'm just like, this was Borderlands, where I'm like, this was a legitimate, this felt like a waste of time.
Okay. But how do you feel about it? Let us know in the comments down below. What are we watching next time on Stay Doomed?
So, I don't know why Disney keeps doing this.
We just talked about Pinocchio.
But they keep making not very good live-action remakes of their classic films, and we're going to be watching Snow White.
Yes.
Just Snow White.
Just Snow White.
And we'll get to that.
Yeah, so join us next time here. And also be sure to join our Discord, where you can chat with us about these Razzie films and other one-season wonders of television shows. And if you don't want to do that, where can people find us?
You can email us at The Stay Doomed Show or on Blue Sky at Stay Doomed.
And if you are a good man, I'm at TV's Noah on Instagram.
If you also wouldn't buy a fridge with a camera if your dad spied on you, I'm Laura Crane at Blue Sky. Until next time, stay doomed.